The Medic's Wife, a World War II novel based on a true story, written by Edmund A. Krasinski, narrated by Mary Factor and Edmund A. Krasinski. Prologue.
Staff Sergeant Krasinski, journal entry. Somewhere near Bastogne, Belgium, December 29th, 1944. The American tank took a direct hit from German 88s. The men trapped inside were burnt to a crisp, except for one unlucky soul. How he slithered out of the inferno no one knows. But he wouldn't make it either. He knew it, and I knew it. His face was badly disfigured, and he couldn't speak. When we made eye contact, I knew what he wanted me to do. Still, I asked him the question to be sure. Blink once for yes, or twice for no. He blinked once. 2 syrettes of morphine were all it took. Out here, it's called mercy. Back home, it's called something else. I closed his eyes, took his tags, and left his body there.
Part 1. Chapter 1, Brecksville, Ohio, June 2006. Mary watched in horror as the murky water reached her ankles. Her condo had turned into an obstacle course of floating furniture, and water was shooting through the drywall like whirlpool jets. Mary, steadily, carefully, inched her way toward the front door as fast as her 87-year-old bones could carry her. Stopping to catch her breath, she glanced out the back slider and gasped. The deck was ripped from its foundation, and a 3-foot wall of roaring river water pressed against the glass. Knowing at any moment the glass door could rupture, Mary forced herself to move faster. But by the time she reached the hallway, the raging flood water had already reached her kneecaps. Her face turned a deeper shade of red with each labored step. The front door stood less than 4 feet away, yet each step was a vicious struggle. It felt like a victory when she grabbed onto the doorknob with her right hand. Holding it for balance, Mary breathed a sigh of relief when she managed to unlock the deadbolt. But when she tried to pull the door open, it wouldn't budge. With remarkable determination and grit, she anchored her legs to the floor and gave it another try. This time she succeeded in wresting the door open just enough to whip one leg around the door and use it as leverage to push it far enough open for her to slip through. "Oh, my God," she cried. The front porch, lawn, sidewalk, and cul-de-sac had turned into a 3-foot-deep swimming pool as far as she could see through the hammering rain. She braced herself by pressing her arms and legs against the doorframe. She was secure for the moment, though she could not spy a single soul outside. Mary knew if she moved away from the door, she could be caught in the current and whisked away to God only knew where. Only one option remained. Bracing herself, she screamed at the top of her lungs, "Help! Please, somebody help me!" Tears mixed with the driving raindrops when nobody responded to her calls for help. Is this how it's going to end? Mary's life flashed before her eyes, and a carousel of memories clicked rapid fire through her brain. But one memory served as the catalyst for the decision she would make next. Mary thought about her husband and his brave group of medics who had launched themselves into the churning water off the coast in Normandy on D-Day. If Ed could be so brave in the face of such insurmountable odds, so can I. I need to be brave and try to swim to the other side where I'll be more visible. Holding the sides of the door with her hands, Mary moved her feet away from the corners of the door. Immediately, her lower body became unstable, and instinctively she jammed her feet back into the door jamb to regain some stability. She wailed as she pinched the sides of her bare feet into the 90-degree door cracks. Now she was truly stuck. She hung there, arms shaking with exhaustion, wondering if she might see Ed in heaven sooner than she planned.